Prosper and coaching blew open everything for me. It was unbelievable. It took me to a level that I would never be able to do before. And it's given me so much free time to work on the book, to buy other property. And I'm helping other people. I've helped 3 or 4 people myself who have asked me, well, how did you do it? And this is what you do. This is what you got to do. And they've made more money than I've made. And they're like, oh, I made $30,000 on this deal. You know, and some of them got excited and they've bought in a bunch of stuff and they've taken their money. I learned how to do HELOCs where they can take their money out of their house. You know, with my house, it's worth $100,000, or I paid $100,000 for it, and it's worth $800,000 now. The property's jumped up. Of course, Los Angeles has gone crazy, but everywhere has. But it's neat where we're taking our money out of there and taking it and buying other properties and selling it and putting that money back in my HELOC, and it's been fantastic. So the coaching part of it, if I didn't have a coach, I never would have taken that risk. I would have been too scared. I'm not a risk taker. And when I did it, it freaked out my wife because she's like, that's not like you. I just went, and the confidence it gave me was like, it's not a big deal. I'm going to do it. My coach is going to take me to the next level. You know, owning my own business, I learned everything on my own. I didn't have a coach. I talked to a few people who own their own businesses, but they didn't want to give me any of their secrets to their success, which to me, it hurt. It was like, come on, you know, you've been through it, help me out. But with Prosper, it was great because what I learned in the 2 or 3 months with Prosper, it took me 10, 15 years to learn in my own business. You know, my business has been successful. I'm supporting 7 kids on it, and it's been great. But if I would have had that, if I would have had someone help me and hold my hand and, you know, someone I could call, or they called me once a week and asked me my process and how I'm doing, and it would have been a lot better for me in business. So what I learned through Prosper has made my life, has changed it tremendously. It changed the method to everything because by having a coach, it motivated me that, you know, okay, I've got to get this certain stuff done by this week so I can, you know, this is what I've done, and then he can take me to the next level. Because I've done that for people. People have come up to me and said, hey, you know, you've owned your own business for this many years. How did you do this? You've written a book. How did you do that part of it? Because it took me 2 years to get my book just to the level to get it into the stores. And it was very difficult because no one helped me do it. And Prosper took me, you know, in a couple months, was able to walk me through the whole process and make it successful, which has just been powerful. It's changed my family is 100% because, you know, I'm not as stressed out. You know, I'd come home, it was a hard day, the house was a mess, I'm upset, and I got to make more money tomorrow. I've got to make enough to pay the bills next week. And this is open. You know, I come home, I'm not as stressed out. I've got money in the bank. When, you know, coming up here, normally it would just be myself. I was able to bring my wife and our 7 kids. We're making a week's vacation out of it. So it's given me freedom is what it's given me. And that's worth all the money in the world. I mean, having that freedom to be able to say, okay, I'm going to go do this today. Or, honey, let's go. My wife and I said, let's go down. We went to a beach house in Ventura, and we stayed there for the weekend. And I didn't have to worry about what's this going to cost me. Is it going to cost me $500 for this or $1,000 for this? Not that I want to go spend all the money and be gone with it, but it just, you don't have to worry about that. And to me, that's worth all the money in the world. It's given me the freedom to be able to do that.